you know, it's my own fault because I really, really should have known better. Hey friends, quick update. I pretty much have my ducks in a row now to get out of here shortly, which is going to put me out of here about 10 days later than I'd planned. If you've watched the last few videos, so be it. The trip will be what it is. It'll still be the same length. Everything just got pushed ahead a little bit. So running around, taking care of errands, doing a few last things, saying a few goodbyes to people, I got blasted with one level of negativity this afternoon that I had forgotten how bad it can be, or the way people's reactions can be. It's not that I'm hurt or offended so much as I'm just annoyed. And I should be used to it by now, because anything that I'm sure you have the same experiences, have ever done that steps at least a little bit outside the mold, you just get whacked in the head by some of these people with the silly things that can come out of their mouths and the irrational stuff that they can come up with, that if you let them, it would talk you out of ever taking any chance in doing anything that you ever wanted to do in your own life. I've got a thick enough skin, I can shake this off, and I've had to do it before many times. So it's not going to get in the way of me doing this trip, or what this particular conversation was, another trip that I have planned for later on this year, right after this one. I don't even know why I should be surprised. You know, I did a video about a year ago about the reason some people are so negative. And it's true. A lot of times they're afraid to step outside of their comfort zone. It's not that they're jealous of you or anything like that. It's just they're afraid for you, basically. You know, they don't want to see you get hurt. They don't want to see something bad happen to you. They can't understand what you're doing. And it doesn't matter if it's taking one of these trips. In my case, taking off for a couple of months and doing this, going across the country, whatever. You know, it can be starting a business, changing jobs. I've dealt with both of those issues from people before. It's just, I hope I'm not that negative when anybody comes to me with something that I don't understand or that I haven't experienced. I would like to think I'm more the type of guy that says, hey, unless it's really, really, really stupid, I'm the type of guy that says, hey, you never know, go for it. You know, give it a try. What's the worst that can happen? Because I don't have a big fear of failure. Partially because when I was younger, I failed a lot. Secondly, because I don't think there was anything I was ever really good at naturally. So whatever it was, I tended to not be very good at it. And then I kept at it, and I got better at it, and would eventually be successful at whatever it was, whether it was work, whether it was sports. You know, it doesn't matter. So I don't have that numbing fear of failure that will keep me from moving forward. And I guess the reason I'm doing this video is some of you may not have a positive support system for whatever it is that you're trying to do in your life, whether it's to travel more, whether you want to do the van thing or the RV thing, or maybe make some other change in your life. And, you know, when you get hit with enough negativity from enough people coming from enough directions, it can make you not follow through on whatever it is that your goal is. You know, this isn't a movie based on NASA where failure is not an option. Failure is going to happen a lot in life. It's going to happen a heck of a lot. That's no big deal. You learn from it, you move on. anybody I've ever met in life that has been successful has crashed and burned at some point before that. You're going to fail a certain amount of times. And once you have those failures and you look back at it, it's kind of funny. It's not funny when you're going through it, but it gives you something to laugh about later on. But man, the negativity coming from people, I don't even know why they feel the need to share that much with you. I don't know why this person felt the need to share enough of this with me. Because they know me well enough to know that it's not going to stop me. It's not going to keep me from doing whatever I've put my mind to anyway. So what exactly is the point of, I just don't get it. So anyway, you guys and gals that have gotten negative vibes and responses from your families and your friends, whether it's concerning travel stuff or whether even other things in life, I'd love to see some of your experiences if you could drop those down in the comment section. Because again, we all kind of learn from each other, and we can all kind of be each other's support system to a degree. Now, if you're surrounded by negativity constantly, you're going to be a negative person. If you're surrounded by negative people who aren't buying in to whatever it is you're trying to do. And I've had this experience more with work and business than with travel stuff. But sometimes you need those people who are more like-minded with what you're trying to do, just to be around and have some input from and learn from. Because all that negative crap coming from people that have never done it and are never going to do it, it's just of no value to you. It doesn't mean you don't care about those people, you don't like those people, you don't love those people, but it's their opinion really doesn't matter. The opinions that matter to me are people that have done what I'm trying to do, or at least tried to do what I'm trying to do in some degree, so I can learn from what worked for them and what didn't work for them. So I'm not even sure where I'm going with this video, other than surround yourself with more positive people if the people you have in your life aren't quite as positive as you would like them to be about what you're trying to do. And sometimes it's just better off not even getting into any long discussions about what you're trying to do with those people, because they just are never going to get it. They simply aren't. So love them and go on with your own dreams and goals. Back to something positive. I have some peeling paint on that white van, which is a very common problem. I don't know why with these vans, especially white ones, that this seems to be a huge issue. Some have it, some don't, and paint will just come off over the years in blotches this big. And I was experimenting some stuff over the weekend. Here's some pictures of that stuff, kind of a before and after. I figured out how to do it even better if I can get this weather to cooperate. And this is something, a small enough project, I think I'm going to actually be able, I'm not going to hold this trip up anymore for this. I'm actually going to be able to do this while I'm on the road, on this trip, a little bit every day. And I think you'll enjoy getting to see the metamorphoses that this van is able to go through while I clear those places up and just make this thing look 100% better. And the cool thing is a combination of things I picked up from a couple of different people, and it's really, really inexpensive. I should be able to fix all these places on my van where the paint is coming off that one side and the hood looks so bad. The whole thing I should be able to do for less than $50, And I know people, especially with these road treks, that have bought used road treks, and they'll go buy one for $15,000 and take it to a professional paint place and get a great job done, but they'll end up spending, and I've seen these repeatedly in groups and things I'm in, excuse me, of getting up into $8,000 and $10,000 for a paint job. And while that's great, the way I travel, I'm going to be adventuring. I'm going to be going into cemeteries, and I'm going to be bouncing down back roads I've never been on before, and I'm going to have tree branches banging off the side of it. I don't need a perfect paint job on the van that I'm going to travel in. So this thing will suit me just fine. Will make it look close enough to perfect. And for those of you in similar situations, or if you end up buying a van in the future that has these issues, which again is pretty commonplace if you pick up a white van regardless of brand, keep this in mind when I'm able to do these videos for you, because again, it's going to be able to save you a lot of money. So that's one of the things coming. Hopefully we can get into this trip soon. You may see a few videos, more videos go up before you start seeing videos of this trip, because everything is a few days behind generally by the time I get it up, as is the case with most people who are traveling because of internet connections and things. But that's where we stand for now. And if you're wondering what to watch next, go down in the description. You'll see links to some other recent videos, some other popular videos I've done. We'll see you soon.